Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Physics Surgery. Today I'm going to present to you a beautiful problem on collisions in one dimension, that to an elastic collision. Okay, so the idea behind this problem is to not just provide you the mechanical solution, but also provide you with an analogy to solve the question so as to improve our visualization not only in this topic but another topic in which we will take the analogy from. Okay, so this will be a two-part video because we'll be having two questions here, and also I would try to give you some time to think about the analogy once I provide the mechanical solution. Okay, so and in the second part I would be presenting you to the analogy and also the second solution for that. Okay, so this is the question. Um, a ball of mass m moving with speed v naught bounces back and forth between two massive stationary walls separated by a distance L. Okay, so this distance is being given as L. The collisions are perfectly elastic and effect of gravity is to be neglected. So this is a gravity free region as was shown in the thumbnail. One of the walls starts moving slowly towards the other wall with speed v1, where v1 is very small compared to v0. So the value of velocity v1 of the wall towards right would be very small compared to the value of velocity of the ball, which is actually bouncing back and forth. So the first question that we are going to deal with in this particular video would be to find the velocity of the ball when the speed between the walls has been reduced to, sorry, this should be the distance between the walls. So this should be distance between the walls to be reduced to L by 2. Mass of the wall is very large as compared to the mass of the ball, as was told in the question. So if you would like to give it a try, which I would request you to do so because it's a very interesting problem. So pause the video here, try it for 5 to 10 minutes, and then try to come back to the solution to the first problem, which I'll provide you in the mechanical form in this particular video. Okay, so here's the solution to the first part. So let's go. Okay, so the thing is, the wall which is on the left one, if you can see the left of the screen, is moving towards right with a speed v1 as mentioned in the question, right? And the distance I have taken at any arbitrary instant is x. This x is variable, and it in the problem says it changes from being L to L by 2. Okay, so this is at one particular instant. So this ball goes back and forth very quickly, and this velocity is very tiny. So in some one collision duration, that means the distance between or the time duration between two successive collisions, let's call it as some delta t, I would assume the wall moves to the right by a value of, actually I should have said dx, but since x is a reducing variable and I want to geometrically mark a positive distance, I would like to call it as minus dx. Okay, so this distance is minus dx. So the time duration between the two collisions can be measured in two ways. Okay, so time duration can be measured as the distance traveled by the wall divided by the velocity, as you could see, or the during this entire time the ball will approximately travel a distance of 2x back and forth and then come and hit this particular wall. So it could write as 2x divided by v. V is the arbitrary velocity, so it is changing over every collision, right? During one collision, I think you all will agree that if this is like a massive wall, the speed of the ball will change from v to v plus 2v1. I think that's a very simple collision situation that you should all be aware of. So the value of dv after every collision, dv is the change during one collision, which I'm assuming is very short duration period. So dv after every collision would become 2v1, right? So the change in speed of the ball after every collision is 2v1. So my dv itself, the blue color differential value of that velocity, would be this 2v1. This is very tiny, I can assume that. So the value of v1, which is dv by 2, therefore I can substitute it into this one, right? So which would ensure that this equation turns out to be, I'll be writing only these two with v1 substituted as dv by 2, right? And if you substitute dv by 2 here, 2 goes onto the top, gets cancelled, and you would end up getting a rearranged equation of dx versus x and dv versus v. It would be a simple minus dx divided by value of x should be equal to the value of minus dv divided by the value of V, right? So we would like to integrate this, 2 got cancelled, right? So this integral on both sides would yield, as x varies from L to L by 2, the value of velocity should change from V naught initially to V final. Okay, right. I think I put an extra minus sign, so I'll just remove that. There's only, you could see one minus sign here, so I'll respect that. So the left hand side is a ln 2, right? And the right hand side would become ln of Vf divided by V naught. Okay, so which would immediately yield the value of V final is equal to 2 times of V naught. Okay, so going back to the question, let's search for the options, right? I think this would be the correct option. Right. So this is the mechanical solution to the first problem, which involves, you could see, some type of mathematics and trying to get to through to what's the value of dV, and being able to solve this integration requires really some kind of expertise. Okay, so I will try to do it in a different manner this time. Okay, I would not request you to like, share, or subscribe to my channel as of now. So you just try to think of the analogy for the part 2 of my video. And once I present that analogy, and if you're really honest and you do like that particular analogy, then I think you can like, share, and subscribe to my particular channel. Okay, so till then, take care and see you in part 2 of this video.